This movie was a trailblazer. First of all, many people in the world, millions of people, thought of the Nazis, thugs, murderers, people who had no education. This film said to the world, these were very intelligent people. As Albert Einstein once said, I'm not afraid, he said, of the anti-Semites. I'm afraid of the good people who see it happening and do nothing. And when you see Burt Lancaster, a man he portrays the good judge who had morals, who had ethics, who had integrity, but who gave Hitler a free pass. One of the witnesses brought to Nuremberg was Rudolf Höss, commandant of Auschwitz. A psychiatrist was assigned to all of the prisoners, Leonard Goldenson, and he went in to see Höss, and he said, how many people did you murder at Auschwitz? He said, about 2 million. And he said, did you live there with your wife and children? He said, yes. So he said to Höss, what was life like? Did you have newspapers delivered to your home? He said, sure. We have newspapers. We regularly receive newspapers from Germany. He said, was your favorite newspaper the Stürmer, which is the Julius Streicher, the vicious anti-Semitic newspaper? And Höss looked at him and he said, oh no, we'd never permit a newspaper like that in our house. It was untruthful. It was full of propaganda and full of lies. So the psychiatrist said to him, but you just told me that you admit that you murdered 2 million people in Auschwitz, and you did not take in the Stürmer? He said, no, decent people would never take the Stürmer. And that's what Burt Lancaster represented in the film. He said, forget about the thugs. Hitler would have been a nobody without the intellectuals. 7 of the 14 people present at Wannsee that agreed to the plan of gassing the Jews were PhDs. That's what judgment at Nuremberg said to the world. It was the intelligent people that deserved the guilt. In 1958, Elie Wiesel wrote his book on Night. It was translated into English. Survivors hardly spoke about it, but enough books were then being published that people were curious. How is it possible? How could they gas 16,000 people a day in Auschwitz? And when judgment at Nuremberg came out and the promos came out that they were going to deal with the subject of the concentration camps, out of curiosity, people from all over, came to see this film. And another amazing thing, it's hard to make a film 3 hours and 10 minutes and to have people sitting in the audience that don't move. It takes a genius of a director and an outstanding cast. Nobody in Hollywood today, very few people would attempt to make a 3 hour and 10 minute movie and think that they're going to get away with it.